Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, be funnelling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The bonus team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Wednesday, May the 15th. We're getting ready for a great day of sports action here, including NBA playoffs. We've got 2 games tonight, NHL, 1 playoff game. We've got a Major League Baseball card as well. How about WNBA? Comments on last night's opening night of action. Some books say the handle was off the charts. Some books say, the playoffs drew more money, drew more eyeballs. And also tonight, we have a soccer card here this afternoon, pretty heavy soccer card, and Major League Soccer tonight, full card, if you're so inclined. I've been watching tennis here. I just saw Sabalenka with her victory now, and I'm watching Zhang and Tabilo. We got quarterfinal action today here on Wednesday. And what else strikes your fancy to talk about here? How about the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show? Did anybody have the mini poodle at 10-1? You know, mini poodle. The poodle opened 12-1 and went off at 10-1. And that's prior to the actual dog show. You know, once they get in there, you know who's hot. You know, you get the insight. You guys saw the movie, right? You know how it works. But anyways, the poodle. And how about the man who took a face fall running his dog around the ring? So anyways, we'll talk about some of the real dogs that were in action last night and some results here. What did you have in the NBA yesterday? We had a premium pick winner with the Pacers and the Knicks. We went under in that one. We also had them both right here on the show. Hopefully we were all in agreement a little bit. Certainly it seemed like mixed bag with Minnesota and Denver a little bit. I think everybody was off Minnesota by now, right? And certainly the big victory for the Denver Nuggets last night. And how about the Knicks? We liked them. I don't know if we, called for that to happen. We did say under, so I think it did play out that way. But Pacers, no match there. The big momentum there, if you will, for the Knickerbockers last night. And hey, it still could go the Pacers' way at home and force a game. It just feels like that type of series. Brunson 44 at home, Knicks blow it open. First half lead, 1 minute 15. Next thing you know, it's 30. 3-2, Knicks lead. And the other series now, 2-2 in that one. We had the under, and it's definitely snuck over there with that fast start to the game. So take a look at some of your comments here. Also, we'll cover the hockey action from last night. Bruins win again. Look out. You just don't know. They're trying to make me look bad up here. It's really hard with these NHL games, some of the NBA too, but boy, you just got to know when the momentum is there. That's my job, so let's do a better job. But no doubt Boston gets the win there. Maybe I'm just trying to count my money from thinking Florida's the best. But McAvoy scored again, and Florida still leads 3-2. Swayman looked good. Uh, Oilers and Canucks. How about the Oilers making the big move at goalie? Hey, could be good to know. We went with the under. We had the premium pick winner. Hey, a little bit of steam coming in right now. Pirates and Brewers are steaming it under right now, 8.5. Start off the morning steam show here with some steam. I'll cover this hockey here real quick, though. We did have the premium pick winner on the under, but I thought Edmonton would be able to cash out, and Oilers do a great job winning the game 3-2. Didn't get the puck line that I wanted here on the show, but they did get the win to take that series tied 2-2. Final score 3-2, of course, last night. So see what you guys are up to. We have our one game tonight. Stars lead the series 3-1 over Colorado. I want to say hello to everyone coming in. Thank you for coming. A couple dozen of you in here right now. So just appreciate you. Trey was here first. Let's see who is here. Oops. Why is that so long? What is different about this title bar that I usually don't have? Is Wednesday, May 5th? Do I shorten? Maybe I usually just abbreviate the day of the week. Is that what? It's the little things, you guys. All right. Yeah, that looks better. I'm a real stickler for stuff like this, let me tell you. Say hello to Dre. Dre here. Anybody can produce this show, I'm all for it. Hey, Thomas says, or make me some better thumbnails that don't look, all right. And how about the aces here? Thomas, we know what he's talking about. Our Tom's here today. Doubles is here. Howard is here today. So we've got Team Steam ready to go here, including Katie. And Doubles didn't like the action in the W last night. So we did have some pretty good picks on the show, I thought, in the WNBA. It's just that the total, we gave out totals, right? So we had, on the show, we had Washington here on the show yesterday, plus the points. Good job there. We also gave out Connecticut here on the show yesterday, but we did have a flat tire there. Minnesota and Seattle we went over, and we also said that the Aces would crush. They did kind of crush. They just didn't really crush them, smash them. Maybe they even took the foot off the pedal a little bit because to me the Aces looked really good. Kelsey Plum looked really good so far, and we did have the total under that I was on with Tony last night, but those totals, man, were so close, that we had the Liberty game under, and we lost that one because we beat the early number, but we didn't beat the late number. So 5-3, playing everything here. Want to say who else? Lazzy Love. Thomas talking about the Panthers. Here's No Days Off here today, and Tyrone is here. We've got a good crew ready to go. So maybe I better get on with the show and go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at what handicappers did well. I could only manage 3-2 last night. 3-3, I guess, if you count the early. I had a soccer match. How about soccer today, you guys? What are you going to do? It's a big card. I'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com and look at who's hot, but I also want to show you the soccer card today. So if you're playing soccer and you're interested, maybe you want to try it or you don't handicap it yourself. We definitely have our team over here. Take a look at what we have today. You got matchups coming from Spain here. Nick is involved as well. Ron Crawford here. Everyone loves this Chelsea and Brighton game today. Yeah, I thought I had it yesterday. I thought that Spurs would hang in there and be able to stay, and it was 1-0 into injury time when Holland got his second goal, and it was too easy because this guy is a giant that just booms them home. But no doubt, I mean, Spurs, they always play well in that series at home, but going up against Mighty City. All right, Chelsea here and Brighton. We'll see what these guys have in that one. No one has the total in that game, and you would think that we're going to see a lot of goals there. Uh, Maybe I'll have a pick here on a something here. Newcastle and Manchester United, Atletico and Getafe, and then some of the MLS tonight. You see Miami there against Orlando, and I thought they said Messi was questionable with a back ailment, so I don't know what these gentlemen have. I'm not going to comment too much, but that's what I think the injury report said. Go over and take a look. If you guys are talking about any games today, maybe I was going to throw out a pick or two. I thought we had one winner yesterday on the show, the Mallorca Osasuna game under, but I think I struck out on the others yesterday. So maybe you guys have a pick. And Kay said, "Yeah, Real Madrid. I mean, ended up going over. Oh no." Ugh. All right, Travis talking about the Washington game, and Doubles has his soccer, and Fernando laid it big with Madrid yesterday. All right, well, maybe I'll tread lightly, but I thought maybe, how about Bilbao and Celta de Vigo under? I think that's what I'm looking at internationally here. Bilbao and Celta de Vigo under. Um, Feels like my play here on the show. Blake's here. Let's take a look. Bo Dunn on top of the handicapper leaderboards yesterday. Good job, Bo. And 2-0 day. Mark Butterscotch Eubanks up there 8-5. Ron Hahn 6-4. Ben Ruhala 2-1. Tim Irwin won his only play. Hollywood Sam as well. Tiffany Mance 2-1. Two old ladies at Bet Consensus 2-1. Danny Dimes 2-1. Mindy Hahn 2-1. Nick Lagaretos found the green 6-5-1. For the last 7 days, Danny Dimes is up there 10-3. Ruben Marlborough coming in here 60% over the last 7 days. Ron Crawford's up 4.5 units. Tim Irwin 67% here, and Hollywood Sam is up a unit this week. Last 30 days, Ruben Marlborough's up 21 units. Tony T's up nearly 12 units of profit. Two old ladies at Bet Consensus up nearly 9 units. Jerry Lewis, 6.5 units. Tim Irwin, over 5 units of profit. Go over to TonySpicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine here on Wednesday. Right now, I'm going to go with a 5-pack, including an early baseball game, an early soccer game, and then the 3 playoff games. I will have a different package here towards the afternoon that will include nighttime baseball, but we do have a morning card. We're going to go over some picks here on the show, so get ready to go. And use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% and get that discount off the premium pick package here. For today, it does include, as I said, my 2 basketball picks, my hockey pick, a baseball play, and a soccer play. So it'd be cool if I could just make the ball appear like right on the screen. Like maybe I could make the little sports balls appear right on the screen right now, and of the oh, there we go, of the different games. There we go. All right, let's get ready to go. Say hello and see what else. Anything else going on, you guys? All right. Tyrone's ready for a parlay. Kay says, how about it, Manchester United or Chelsea? Hey, I'm going to default, I think, to the Crew. I mean, they've got some picks in this one. Maybe I I could go for a total here, but I think what we had was some of the guys had some premium picks on it. I think Ron did on the money line. I might prefer the under in the game, actually. Here's Steven. Uh, Katie's got a play here in MLS tonight. Thank you, Katie. Seattle. All right. Seattle here against Real Salt Lake. So I better take note of that. I know Real Salt Lake really does do very well against Seattle, usually at home. Uh, Real Salt Lake has won 10 of their last 12 at home against Seattle. It's kind of a toss up, if I'm not mistaken, right? Um, I'm going to go here tonight. Let me see if I got a one MLS pick to go with here. Let's make it the over in Toronto and Nashville. That'll be my MLS play here on the show. Toronto's gone over in 4 straight on the road. I think for the most part, these two teams have been going over this year. Toronto really struggles on the road when they're not playing well. Ray is here. Yeah. Oh, Ray, you don't go there. Don't go there, Ray. Padres, could they get swept? I mean, they're just giving it away. They're that team. They don't play well against bad teams. They get up for good teams. That's not a great sign here. And now Manny Machado, maybe he is injured. Maybe Manny's going to need some time off. What it's starting to look like here with his batting average continuing to decline. Maybe Manny is going to be maybe be headed to the injured list, I would think. I don't think he can fix anything that's going on there. All right, we'll start the show now. Get the picks ready. Get your picks ready. And I'll have premium picks, but I'm going to have some free winners here, hopefully, with you. Chat All-Stars. What'll happen when the Cavaliers take on the Celtics now on Wednesday night? After we've seen the Celtics, are they just kind of up and down as far as covering the spread? The Cavs got the money last time. It feels like the Celtics to me have just come out on fire, and we'll be like, oh, good thing there's a hockey game coming on soon because it's already Boston by double digits in the first quarter, timeout. And we're like, not again. Without Spider here, I guess, probably, maybe. Right now listed as questionable for the game. Levert's on the list, questionable. Jared Allen, questionable. It's just going a little bit south here for Cleveland. It feels like coming in to this one. I want to trust them. I want to say that is what we've come to expect here a little bit with Boston. You know, can't stand prosperity type of thing. Maybe they'll even blow it. I don't think they will. I think they'll be ready for this one. But for the most part, that's a pretty big line. Maybe we can look at the total. It's going to be close to that, I would, because look at what. Yeah. Oh, great point. Because Thomas talking about. And again with Mitchell, right? But we also saw it in some other games, for example, yesterday, right? With Minnesota, with Conley, right? I mean, a key player, really a glue guy there. So we did have that, Denver, but. All right, doubles maybe leaning over. Stop Geo is here today. What was I going to say about? No, we already made that joke, right? No, not about Stop Geo, but because of the Geo storms that were going on. Yeah, right. Doubles. I saw it coming. I gave out Denver. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's probably toast. Just just a little money down the. We weren't able to take advantage of it. Maybe there was a small opportunity if I really wanted to get a little bit of a hedge at 2-0, but I just felt pretty comfortable, especially the way the public was all going crazy with, a funny thing happened to the Minnesota Timberwolves after they won the 2024 NBA championship a week ago. So, all right. And Darren's here. He'll take those points. Hey, Fiddlehead is here. I don't know if I've met Fiddlehead. Thank you for coming, Fiddlehead. That is one hell of an avatar. That is great. Quite frankly, it looks at the part to me, man, part uh, reggae, part Jerry Garcia, part heyday, part California 70s. I don't know what to make of that, but I really like it. I got some more things I could say. Really looks cool, like an album cover. I'm sure someone said that one, though, before. And Rudy Gobert, we said it before the game, right? I mean, look, I had praises for Rudy Gobert, but I think I was fair yesterday in saying it does look like there is a situation where Gobert is having some issues here right now, and maybe he has been exposed big time despite getting that Defensive Player of the Year award. Denver obviously looked pretty great. They've got the MVP, man, and who's going to stop them now? Who is going to stop Denver all of a sudden? It just seems like we're right back where we started. Who really is going to stop Denver right now? Not the team that Dre's talking about for today. He'll take Boston to roll, but nobody's taking. Anybody in this chat have the Celtics to beat Denver right now in the NBA? If those are your teams, if you think, I mean, look, OKC, maybe this young OKC team, we'll talk about them in just a minute, but Celtics first half. All right, Terrell's here today with Fetty. We're talking White Sox. All right. I'm going to take the under here. Hope I didn't tip my hand there a little bit because again, look, a regular season game, even with these injuries, right? You got to wonder, is it really going to be 14 and a half? Maybe towards the end of the season, maybe that's when the spreads were getting a little bit out of control. But again, these are the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. They got a pretty high, pretty good seed, and they're, should be matched up well in this with Boston, right? But 14 and a half. But again, we've seen so many. When you get down in these playoffs, there's just no stopping the bleeding. Terrell, we're just going to have to wait on that. It feels like I'm going to say I'm going to go like 40-60s in, 35-65, but it can even be effective right now, I think is a big question. I mean, with a calf strain. So, all right. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it could go, can it go 7? Could it go 7? Could they? But just, man, I don't know. Because Boston to me feels like kind of what, you hear over with our friends over there. I feel the same way about Boston. I think it just seems like when you want to, and again, to be fair, they're laying these massive points all the time too, right? I mean, it's tough to cover spreads when you're always favored pretty much. But they've choked some games too and one, lost straight up. I get that too, and I'm looking to fade the Celtics down somewhere along the line on this road over the next couple of weeks. I don't know if it will be tonight. I feel like the Cavs might be it. And I'm, like I said, I'm probably a Cavs fan. Out of all these teams left, if I had your own emotional rooting interest, maybe it'd be with the Cavs, maybe with the Wolves a little bit. We all have a few teams we root for, don't we? All right, let's move on. Nobody cares about that, but I'm going to take the under as my play here on the show. Pick up my premium pick on the game, unless you already figured it out. Let's go to the Mavericks now and the Thunder tonight with the Thunder here favored in the series, tied 2-2. Make sure I get these right, you guys. Remember, I messed up on the first night. No, what was it? I said they'd already played the first game and they hadn't. It was like the first night of the playoffs or whatever it was. Um, all right, see what you got. Think here with the Thunder, man. They're just fun. They're fun to root for. They're fun to watch. They're kind of a team you want to root for a little bit. All respect to our friends that like Dallas. Certainly, they're, uh, you know, hey, I love Luka the player. I just don't like Luka the guy right now on the court. Always, and everybody's complaining, right? Even Rudy Gobert just got fined. I think it was he got fined a pretty good chunk for his. Uh, and what is he going to do with the referee? Tell him how bad he's playing? So, anyways, big Thunder here with that home court edge, man. Luka on the injured list for this game. I mean, he's going to play, but there's no doubt Luka's slowed somewhat, some way, somehow with his injury coming into this game. And, you see him whenever there's a real tough sequence during the game, right? Of nonstop action. He's hit the ground. His little leg sleeve has bleeding on his shin again, or is that just a permanent stain that he wanted to leave in there? He's got an ankle injury. He stepped on, remember, and but still, he's still going to be there, and he's still got Kyrie. Kyrie 9 points, Irving in that one. They combined for I 26 points in the last game, so not great. And you're on the road here, where really the Thunder do have a pretty awesome. I know we've seen some road teams go in and do a nice job. I think that's one of the things that I've missed a few. If you've hit them all, man, hit me up. Let's talk about it. Let's do some shows together or something. But with some of the topsy-turvy results there's been some road teams that kind of gone off a little bit. And but this seems like a hard edge here. I'm going to go under in this one with the teams right now, and I think you're going to see that as a pretty popular choice of cappers today. Maybe the Thunder do get off. Maybe they can get off to a positive start or a tempo start, if you will. But let's get your comments on the late game. And we got Dre here on the Thunder, and Thomas not impressed by Rudy anymore. And Darren on the. And now I don't know, you guys. I feel like you guys we're cutting edge here on the morning steam. Or I'm just I try to be. Maybe I'm that guy. I want to go viral, but hey, we were on. I don't know. I'm past the what a pro wants, right? We're pro what a pro wants. We want to hear that song every time. SGA. Yeah, and I would think, right, doubles no matter what, Luka he'll be out there on the court injured, right? We see him when he has to go uh, go like in a stance on his where he just bends his knees and he's all the way down, taking a breather. All right, Thomas is on the Thunder here in this one. Brent's going Mavs, likes those points. Our Thompson's saying under here. That's what I'm going on the show here. I'm going to take under. And Fiddlehead, think the Thunder get another one. And Mavs, hey, get another home game. It's going to be great back in Dallas. Thunder's still a, young team, but just so many of these division games. These guys, Dallas, Oklahoma City. Let's see. Dallas has gone under in 18 of their last 25. Oklahoma City's been going under 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two have gone under. Oklahoma City's gone under in 9 of the last 12. 4 of the last 5 meetings here have gone under. So I'm going to be going under in this one. I think you notice I don't use as many of the trends. Maybe you should with these back and forths, but I don't think the trends have really indicated that. Neither has the zigzag, by the way. And Ray here is under, and the Thunder. Wait, he likes, but Mavs money line. Oh, under and Mavs Thunder, and then Mavs money line. Thank you, Ray. Tyrone Thunder and under. Stop Geo wants to go to prop land. Well, I might be able to rattle off what I think are the better players. I don't know if I have any specific specific props. I haven't looked at all the numbers tonight. There's a channel that I watch that is doing like a kind of a what you might think I would really be interested in, and I didn't do it, but it does seem pretty cool. And I think they are showing a pretty good profit where they really have just gone with all the pretty much everybody's. I don't know if it's every player. The guy tweets it out, but every player prop under, just every game, every player prop, just knowing that people only play props over. The books are going to jack up the price. I hope I have the premise of it right, that the books are only going to get over money, so they jack it up already. So you just want to go under and just play the percentages. Kind of why you see me on a lot of unders, because I just feel like my numbers are always going to have that little 2.5% edge a lot of times going under because of normal market inflation of overs. That's all it is. That's why I have a lot of unders. I pretty much stick to a lot of numbers. But, when you go the other way, that's because you're just going on your handicap, right? Your human algorithm, as I like to call it. Otherwise, you'd end up on the same side every time. And I mean, you could adjust your power rankings to eventually say, oh, now, but what about some in the playoffs where a team can lose by 30 at one point at home and win by 30 at one point on the road or something like that? That's where you got to use a little bit of experience or art, as I like to call it. Travis says he's got under here with Pritchard. All right. For me, I like Brown. I like Brown and Tatum, pretty much here. But again, I'm going under here on the show in both games. So I'd probably actually look to go under props. I'd probably look to go Garland under, probably even under with my man Evan Mobley tonight. Probably my favorites would be under with Garland, under with Mobley. And in the other game tonight, I'd probably look to go under with Gafford props, under in his production tonight. Having not looked at the numbers, but I think his matchup certainly with Chet, who's proven to be a pretty good defensive player. It looks like here. So, but a big, one thing in the other game, Mobley, if he gets matched up with Big Al, I mean, there's going to be those guys might as well just walk up the court on the offense talking to one another because they, don't get them involved too much in the offense, especially Big Al. Big Al, how about Big Al? How about Big Al's points under? All right, I think that's it for basketball. No more comments from you guys, so we'll move on to hockey. I'm on under in both games, and I think it's official. We are on a roll with the video picks here. Maybe if I had a life, I would tally them up and brag about it. But just feels like I have green circles every night when I'm looking at it, just as we did last night. Let's go to hockey. There's one game tonight. Yeah, I use green. Green for the win, red for the loss. You guys, I hope you guys use the Bic 4-color pen. I mean, that is the, quintessential handicapping pen. All right. Let's go to the hockey game tonight. You'd have the green of the Stars against the red and the blue, or the blue of the Avalanche. And Dallas can close it out tonight. Dallas does have a couple of key injuries here coming in, including Roop Hintz, who may miss this game. definitely one of their top players who I've mentioned quite a bit here in the postseason. But again, you got the situation with the Stars. It just doesn't feel like they're totally in it here. Now, I think it's really crummy that they ended up that some of the quotes that were said about their teammate that had a relapse, and let's just face it, that sucks. It's brought a damper. It has to be just pretty much everything you think about if you have a teammate that's had such a serious situation. We know we don't want to make light of it, but for them to say that maybe he let us down or he made his choices. That's what the quote was. He made his choices. Probably did. Obviously, he did. But feels like more like he let the team down. And so, what do they do now? Missing 9 goals from the postseason. I mean, that's just this guy's been, if anything, one of the biggest point producers as far as overachieved. We knew he was a pretty good scorer, and I mean, he'd already been suspended part of this earlier beginning of the season. So he comes back and tied for the lead in the playoffs with 9 goals, and all of a sudden you're without him. So probably not a great situation here. Trying to rather they have they have other great players who are playing pretty good despite this situation. Remember, after this occurred, and it occurred just a short time before the game, maybe there was some, we're just, trying to put two and two together, and there were some stories. I mean, guy showing up at the rink. Well, whatever the case may be, it just feels like a real bummer. Maybe they can lift it up. I mean, hockey is the ultimate next man up sport, but it does feel a little bit demoralizing. You go on the road and something like that happens here. Might be a little bit tough tonight to stay in this one and keep their season alive. So, see if we got comments from you in this one. Look, it looks like a pretty high number here. Colorado still got some really talented players, going on offense with Rantanen. Lekkonen's been really good right now. Makar does a great job as one of the best players in the league on both ends. And, even their goaltending has been a struggle, certainly, but Dave here, he does still like the Avalanche to hang in there in this one and stay alive in the series. Double's going under. Our Thompson's going under. And Fiddlehead likes the under. And Brent says you gotta take the Stars in this one. Yeah. So Avalanche weren't really able to put much together offensively, and the Stars let it kind of get away. So it still could go over if the Avalanche could just produce. If the Stars are as dead as they were, but please like and subscribe to the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut, Tony's Picks YouTube channel. It's an honor to be on the channel here talking with you guys. Luis is here, and so we'll just make the call. Looks like you guys are done with your picks in hockey, and I'll just grab the under here as well at 6.5. Want to say hello again to Elliot Jameson. He did go over in that Washington prop, and remember that I did say that they would need to kind of limit Washington to 20 or under, and you did get 22, but good job, Elliot. Yep, I think it was 22, or you got over. You won, and that was great. That was great. All right, David talking about the Padres. We'll talk about the Padres in just a moment. All right, let's get going to baseball. That's it for hockey tonight, you guys. That's the WNBA will be at the end. Got a couple of good tennis matches coming up too later on. Diane Collins, I'm going to be on DC again against Vika today. I'm going to lay 3.5 games at minus $1.30. I'm going to take DC to win on her retirement tour here. Maybe she can get something done here in Rome. And uh, already saw Sabalenka here win already tonight. And of course, I'm going to take my guy Taylor Fritz over Zverev today. All right, let's go to baseball. And this is the game from yesterday, and I think that line's probably gone up a little bit, but this is the one that kind of got pushed. You know what? In fact, I think they actually have changed their pitching plans just a few moments ago. Have the Blue Jays, so a little bit of change of plans here. Just in fact, we saw last night, and maybe it was going to be uh, Bassett in there. They would just push everything forward, but no, they will go with Kikuchi here in this one. I think really the news just kind of came out for sure. Maybe there was talk that he was going to remain, that they would end up going with Kikuchi, but right now I'm showing the line services are saying it's going to be Kikuchi today. At least one of them is. Here, and that's going to change the line a little bit, about 130 and maybe 7.5. So that's probably right on still here. So I don't know if that changes anything in your handicap necessarily in this one, but might mind. I'm going to at least look at it real quick here if you don't mind. I was looking actually to go under, and I probably still could, right? I mean, with Kikuchi now instead of Bassett, who was really struggling. So maybe that's fine. We'll stick with the under here. Doesn't feel real comfortable at 7.5, so we'll just give it on the show. But does feel like an upgrade certainly to go with Kikuchi here. Toronto's lost 11 of 16. Bradish has been really good with a 1.75 ERA in his last 2 starts. And let's see here. I thought so, Robert. Yesterday's game, I thought it was rain, right? Yesterday's game, did I miss something there? Anyways, but this is a ball. They're going to make up the game somewhere down the line. Not today, no doubleheader. But right, Dave, what is wrong with this Padres team? I see your comment there. Here's Orioles money line for Solo. And here's Solo wants to go under. JD will still go under. So if you guys are still willing to go under, I'll go under as well. And Doubles says maybe Baltimore, Darren Baltimore with an Nerfy. Bradish, just 2 starts so far. We don't have a lot on that. So Baltimore 8 for 40 with first inning runs. Toronto 10 for 40. And let's see what Elliot's saying. If you bet before the game and the player is hurt, do they give you a chance to get that money out and bet on someone else? That's going to be book specific. If they're up on it and they know a player has been ruled out, a lot of times they can just take their prop off the board. Now, it may not get settled until after the game because a lot of times it's just settled on a box score. You may not be able to get it out, but you may have to call them or something and say, hey, you've already taken this prop down. Fiddlehead going with the over. Dave says, give me the Orioles for sure. Kind of harkens back to that controversy we saw recently where with Porter and the betting on yourself with the unders. Look, books shouldn't probably be booking props on players that are just going to play a couple of minutes anyways. They're just opening themselves not just for the liability of something like this, but it's way more easier to handicap those type of role players. Now, granted, you should have tighter limits. The only reason we can expose these people like Porter, they're just not smart enough. Trying to bet, $500 on 20 apps. I could only imagine, right? Or trying to get the work because just can't have that many limits. I know that the books are kind of making some mistakes here, thinking just open up the limits and then, close the accounts. It just doesn't make any sense. They're just we rushed to get everything open. And by the way, I believe this is the 6-year anniversary, May 15th here, I believe, of PASPA. Now 38 states have betting, but I don't know if they put the right people always in the right spots. I'm sure they did. They're no more than I, but okay, I've got to pick on the under. Let's go with the Pirates and the Brewers next with Perez here going up here against Gasser with the Pirates here in this one. Let me make sure. Is it Perez, right? I'll make sure of that. Yeah, I got it right. And Gasser, yeah. Gasser, who blanked the Cardinals, remember, for 6 innings in his first major league start. So Perez has got a 5.23 ERA right now in his last 4 starts. The Pirates have lost 21 of 31 now, and the Brewers have won 5 of their last 8. They're also 11-5 in their last 16 games here at home. Modest favorite here at minus $1.50 or so. And we'll get some comments from the chat and see what you guys got. With, let's see here, maybe it's under for Law Dog joining us here. Baltimore, Dre's on the Brewers. And Darren says, give me the Brewers with a nerfy. For Perez, he's allowed a run in the first inning in 1 of 8 starts. Gasser, 1 start, no first inning run. Brewers, they're one of the best around. They've scored in 14 of 42 first innings. Meanwhile, the Pirates are just 9 of 43. Scott says Pirates all day here. All right. Scott says the Brewers struggling against these left-handers right now, continuing to struggle. I don't know if it's going to change my position, though, despite those struggles. I think I'm going to end up on the total to go over in this one. Nice start by Gasser, certainly. Pirates, they are having a little issue, certainly putting up some runs. But the Brewers still, man, I don't know. I still don't mind this offense in this spot. I know what you're saying. Dave says no pitching for them. And Doubles says only if his, throwing some gas. All right. Cruz right in that middle of that Pirate lineup. You think he would be, performing a little bit better right now? He did have a good game against Milwaukee the other night. Yeah, all right. And, all right, I'm still on the over here in this one. I'm not going to be talked out of it. And it is at 8.5 under 15 for the most part. There are some 8s out there. Don says, give me the Pirates first 5. Fernando also on the over. I'm showing 8 over 15 at DraftKings, 8 over 15 down the street here at Stations. Fernando says you got over here. All right. We've got the Marlins taking on the Tigers in this one. You've got Rogers, the left-hander. You've got Mize for the Tigers. And Tigers, huge favorite here, $1.80, and the total 8/20. I'm showing right now this total is rising much higher than this right now. Wow. Really? What are the Marlins just going to come out and just start mashing all of a sudden? I'm showing right now the total is 9/20 at Bovada. It's 8.5 everywhere else. It's juiced to the over. This thing's gone up more than a half a run here. Oh man, the those Sharpies just must love the total here. You think of maybe the Tigers will hit Rogers. I don't know. Get your opinions on it. I mean, I thought I liked the over, but I don't know if I like it at this price. I think they've gone. I think they've gone mad. I think they've gone mad. If I can get 9/20, we're going under here. This is probably going to be the pick right here on the show. I don't think we need to go anywhere else. It doesn't take much for me. Look, we all want to think that we looked at every split. We've looked at every matchup. We've looked at guys, how have they done against this guy? Think you got something moving 3/4 of a run on me when I was already not sure. I'm not good. I just got to rely on my numbers. I'm not good enough to know. I try to be. Try to get that human algorithm spot. The spot. Yeah. Give me the under for sure here. Maybe I could go over a couple of the numbers with these guys coming in. I mean, they're not great for sure, but come on. Rogers has an 11.34 ERA in his last 4 starts, an 0-4 record. Miami is 0-8 with Rogers pitching. So 8 games, 8 losses with Rogers up there. Not Kenny Rogers, not Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I just want to mention, I gave out that Toronto-Baltimore game under. That thing's getting steamed right now. Thomas Lewis style. It's going under right now. We already gave it out, and here it goes. It's 7 over everywhere pretty much. The Stations is holding on to 7.5 under 15, but there goes DraftKings, 7.5 under 18, and you got 7 over at Bet Online, 7 over at Circa. So there it goes. Thomas Lewis style. We sent the line off with our pick, I guess. We got this daytime action. Love it. Love it today. Here's Tigers and under. And double says, can't do it at a $1.70 or so. I mean, looks like a fine spot for the Tigers, but guess for just playing numbers, you end up on the Marlins, I guess, right? And that's tough. Tough to recommend. When you're on a roll, you can recommend them as a premium. You just want to make sure, right? The price is right, but can the Marlins get anything together? I appreciate all these guys taking the Marlins because the price is probably too high to play the Tigers in this spot, but the Marlins are they've already given up. Got a Kyle Gibson watch here, Dave. What's going on? Tigers run line, first 5 for Darren. Fiddlehead's on the under. Fernando, I'm on the under in both basketball games. I'm on the under in anything that's called a playoff game today. To no surprise. All right. Says Tigers mediocre at best this year, and the general manager is not doing a great job. I'll just I'll interpret these. Geo's gives a great description. I'm just saying we can read it for everyone. Oh, thanks, our Tom. Yep, we're on the under. I'm on unders here. And mine's decent numbers. Okay, 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts, but Detroit's 5-2 with Mize there. So Miami's gone over in 13 of their last 17. Detroit, which has lost 8 of their last 11, has gone over in 6 of their last 9. All right. All right. Dave thinks that the major question of the day is how do we fix the Padre? I don't know if anybody other than me and you care, Dave. To be honest, I mean, uh, to me, it's the question of the day. But again, we've got to do something. Machado's got to go on the injured list and try to get healthy, and the team is going to have to try to hang on to hope they can stay in playoff contention through the summer if he needs extensive time off with this team. The one thing about the Padres is they're never done dealing, and they can and will make more deals because they have the man to do it. All right. Here we go with the Nationals and the White Sox in this one. And you have Corbin and Crochet here. A couple left-handers, a lot of lefties going here in these day games. Oh, hey, that's what you do. You throw your left-handers in the day games, I guess. And in this one, you've got Nationals here played. They played the doubleheader yesterday. I think it ended up in a split, 6-3. Washington won the opener yesterday. I think we might have got beat on that one going under. We said go under 9 on the show, but I think it was 8.5 everywhere by the time we were. You got to hit it right. And then the 4-0 in the nightcap. We did give out the White Sox here on the show yesterday with Betty. You guys had it too. This White Sox team, they're bad, but I'd take a couple of these pitchers maybe not long term, right? But hey, if you need them, maybe the White Sox can, still deal these guys, right? Fetty, certainly. Let's look here with Corbin here, 4.87 ERA in his last 4 starts. Washington's won his last 3 starts. For the White Sox, Crochet has been good, 1.59. It's pretty touted. He did hit a rough spot there, but he's won 2 of his last 3 starts, 2-0 in his last 3 starts. White Sox are just 3-6, but the White Sox, they've won 10 of their last 17 games. They're just 9-14 at home. Washington's lost 4 of 6. We know they're a good money maker, but you don't really trust them as a favorite. They are still a dog here. Make no mistake. Corbin's gotten roughed up in his 2 starts against the White Sox. I mean, everyone loves Tyrone Corbin Day, but you got to fade him using the White Sox. Can you do it? I've got this one going under, you guys. I've got this one as an under, even with Corbin. This is a day game. I've got it under. I don't care. It's going to be 3-1 or 3-2 or maybe 4-3 or 4-2 or 3-2 or something like that. I've got an under with the Nationals and the White Sox today. I'm not worried. I'm not going against, I'm not a fade Corbin maybe in this situation today. Despite, he's gone under in 5 of his last 7 starts, and Crochet's gone under in 7 of 9 starts. Don says, take the under in that Tigers game. Go with what Ramon said. And a couple of you guys had it in the chat too. I'm not. Here's Nationals for Dre. Fernando's going to lean to the Nationals. Dave's going with the over. We're going again. Oh, Dave. Dave going opposite me here. And right, it just feels like the white, a little bit heavy, right? White Sox, you got one of the, they're still pretty bad, and they're $1.45 here against a team like Washington. I'm sure cappers will kind of navigate themselves to the Nationals. Just, you really want to give it out as a premium, or I don't know, maybe doubles. It's hard, right? If you get it right, you just look like a genius, but it's tough sometimes to put your, all right, man, you guys, for a crummy game, you guys sure had a lot of opinions on it. That's fine. Great comments on this one. All right, we better keep moving. We can't talk about the Nationals and the White Sox all day. So give me the under. I'm going under for sure. Probably would have if it wasn't so that maybe people aren't in love with these pitchers or these teams. I might have gone premium here, quite frankly, in this one, but I needed a play here on the show, and I'm not sure I wanted to, give out the Nationals as a dog. All right, the Reds and the Diamondbacks today in this one, and coming off the game yesterday with these two teams, you had the uh, where'd it go? The Reds ended up getting the win, 6-2. It still went under. I do believe yesterday we went with the over here on the show, but final was ended up at 6-2. You got Abbott here for the Reds and Fott here for the Diamondbacks. Another pair of left-handers in a day game. Going here, Fought $1.45, maybe even a dollar. Yeah, I'd say $1.45, maybe for the most part, maybe even a little cheaper at some spots right now. And for uh, what's the total now? I think it moved 8.5 over 15, maybe 8.5 over 20. So that's right there on the screen. No problem, no panic here for me for this one. Uh, Reds get that win. Just catch up here, guys. Lost my marker. All right. For Abbott here, a 4.7 ERA in his last three starts. He's gone under in 5 straight starts. Fought 4.56 ERA in his last 4 starts. So these guys are kind of carbon copy of each other statistically. Arizona, they've gone under in 5 of his last 6 starts. Reds have gone under in 17 of 26 games with so far this season, or of their last 26 games anyway. And help me out, chat. The doubles is on Cincinnati. Lewis is on the Diamondbacks. Thank you. I was totally lost there with this one a little bit. Don says hard to go with them right now. The Reds with the 18-24. The Arizona's 20-23. So Diamondbacks, they've won 6 of their last 9. The Reds have lost 14 of their last 18 games. Just feels like just such a high price for Arizona here, especially with the result yesterday and all. So probably just gonna. I kind of want to come back here on the Reds. Let's see what you guys have. Fernando here on the Reds. Fernando on the over. Also, Dre's on Arizona. And Dave said take him yesterday. He had it right. Yeah. Was it because of Slade Ciccone? Is that what it was? Fernando, how did the steam go? Okay, yeah. Okay. Fiddlehead here. He'll take the home team. We need the money line dice here, I think, for me at this point. Here's a Nerfy for Darren. That'll give me more time to look at your picks. I can talk about the Nerfy with Darren because so far Abbott has been really bad, though. Darren, he's allowed a first inning run in 5 of 8 starts. Fott isn't that good either. He's allowed a first inning run in 3 of 8 starts. You do have the Reds, 9 of 42, so I get it. Arizona, 15 of 43. They're probably outperforming their record-wise anyway with those first inning runs. So here's Solo on the under and prop here from doubles. And All right. Stolen base, Thomas. Stolen base. Oh boy, you guys. What to do on this one? I'm going to take a pass. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to make a pick on every game. I'm just going to pass. You guys take care of this one. I need the money line dice. That's my next goal. All right, I'm going to pass on one game here. I want to get to the Rockies and the Padres before Dave because they'll probably, this want to talk to Dave on this one, see what we got going because we know the Rockies have just been pretty strong. You're getting a great price with the Rockies here. I mean, it's getting out of control. They're betting the Padres like they're going to the World Series. Now, it might be not 270 anymore. We've seen a move to the Rockies here. The Padres lost to them again. And Dave's wondering what's going on. You got Manny, broken elbow, 2 hits in his last 26 at bats. He's hitting 226, 1 home run in his last 90 at bats. Padres can't hit anybody in with runners in scoring position. So how will they do in this one? They'll probably just take the Rockies right now. Probably just take the Rockies against my Padres. These guys can't do anything line times here today. And I think Darren said he'll try another Nerfy here in the Padre game today. For, let's see. I don't know if I did my Nerfies on the Padres. Yeah, okay. Gomber, he's allowed a first inning run in 5 of 8 starts. So remember, he does pitch half his games in Colorado, so maybe, but that's still too high. King, he's allowed a first inning run in 1 of 8 starts. King has been good. As I said, I thought King is a good acquisition. I'm, supposed to be a Padres analyst guy here, and I like King for what they've got with what they're paying him, the way that he was acquired, the what he's come in to do for this team, and now he's gone his last 2 starts, 13 innings, no earned runs. Padres have won 5 of the 8 games with King. Does have a rough record against Colorado. I believe one of the games was in Colorado. For Gomber, he's got a 2.55 ERA in his last 4 starts, 2-3 with a 3.44 ERA and 9 starts against the Padres. I'm going under in this one. Gomber has gone under in 6 straight games, and the Padres have gone under in 6 of their last 7. So I've got the under here. It's all the way down to 7 over 25. So it's not going to make my premium card here. The steam was hit on the under in this one. So I'm just going to take the under here on the show. Robert says this is a spot to take the dog. Ray says grab him first 5. Robert says, would you back the Rockies today? Yeah, I mean, how can you not with this price? And you can get great run line prices too on the Rockies if you think the Padres can finally come through and maybe cash in on a day game. But who wants to lay this price, whatever it is, even if it's not 250? I'm showing there's some 240s out there now. I think people are wise to this and maybe saying the price was too high to begin with. Padres can't beat this Rockies team. Remember, the manager of the Rockies, Well, here's the thing, and I think Dave knows. Oh, he's talking about Manny. Okay. Well, what the thing is, for me, it's just a matter of this team has some type of block in their head, and it kind of has to do with, you know, Bud Black, whatever it is. He was coach of the Padres for so long, and really knows what to do to beat this team. It feels like shouldn't be that way. Doubles going over. I might have violated my contract there, Don, by taking a pass. Not so sure about Padres winning. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. The price is not bad actually for the Padres to win the World Series. I mean, I actually, if I were to look at the futures, I would say the Padres could are probably not a bad purchase for a little bit of leverage if they can get anything going. But I don't think they're a World Series caliber team. But I think the price on them to win the World Series is just fine. In fact, I think it's still pretty darn good, actually. Okay, I don't know. Uh, yeah, you look at those numbers for for King, and he's got a 9.53 RA against the Rockies. Alrighty. All right, and I'll go ahead and I'll just take the under in this one because yeah, maybe I gave out the Padres too. Here we go, keep it rolling here with the Royals and the Mariners with Marsh pitching for the Royals and Wu pitching here. This is another day game, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific in this one, and Mariners are still the king of the unders. You guys don't forget. Coming into this one, man, they play a lot of unders, and going up here against the Royals, and the Royals were able to get the win yesterday in the matchup, even though the Mariners got the win in the previous game between the two. Marsh has a 0.59 ERA in his last 3 starts. Kansas City has won all 6 of Marsh's starts so far this season. The Royals have won 6 of their last 9 games. They have gone under in 11 of their last 16 on the road. Wu made his first start joining this awesome pitching staff. They've certainly been a good pitching staff. Wu did his job, 4.1 innings, 4 1/3 innings in his first start, blanking the Oakland A's. We'll see more from Wu. He's never faced the Royals. So Seattle's won 3 of their last 5 games coming into this one, and they've gone over in 8 of their last 10. So maybe they're starting to pick it up a little bit with those overs. So see if you guys got some comments on this one. I'm taking the Royals as a dog with Marsh. Guy hasn't lost yet. And Wu, 4 1/3 innings in his first start. He was good against the A's. And doubles is going to be taken. Uh, uh, Seattle. And Dre going under. Luis is going under. Dre says a lean Kansas City. Rays on the Mariners. And Fernando says, give me the under first 5. Yeah, you got to think this is going to be probably a pretty low scoring game the way I see. Even with the Mariners. Look, there's been two-way action from the Sharps. And if this, look, is it 7 yet? This is one where if it gets to 7 over 20, I'll probably go with, just lean over or get off the unders. But it does feel like just another one of those, 4-2, 4-1, 3-2, 3-1. Yesterday, the unders were 9-5, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Darren. He wants that Nerfy. He wants that Nerfy. The thing I like about Darren is he never takes a Yerfy. I like a guy who takes the Nerfy because we know, we don't like to be so negative, right? We just statistically we are negative because we know that that's where we make the best money. We get, the best plays when you're going under, when you're taking Nerfies, when you're anything that's non-productive offensively, like unders and strikeout props. Well, I guess that's the opposite, but you know what I mean. People want to take overs and everything. So Marsh, he's allowed a run in the first inning in 1 of 6 starts. Wu did not allow a run in that first start. The Royals, they're 14 of 44. That's not too bad. It's about average right now, I'd say. And Seattle, 9 of 43, scoring a run in the first inning. That's below average. Thomas says he doesn't want to get to the bullpens, I think is what he's saying. He's not suggesting we go back to the 7-inning doubleheaders. That was, you know. Okay, keep going fast. Let's go. How about the Mets? They're taking. Oh, they got Joey Lucchesi coming in pitching here against Mr. Ranger Suarez, sir. And the Phillies are $2 here as they keep it going here against the Mets. And Lucchesi seems like a pretty nice matchup. Seems like a pretty good matchup for the Phillies. I don't want to give away the plays here, maybe necessarily, but it does seem like a pretty decent matchup here. We haven't seen too much of Lucchesi yet, but I think this is either his, I want to say it's his first start of the season. It's his second start of the season currently. It is Lucchesi still, right? Yeah, because Lucchesi is in for Quintana. Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm on the over in this game with Lucchesi and Suarez. Look, Mets have lost 14 of their last 21. Suarez has been awesome, no doubt about it. But Phillies might, I don't know. The Phillies, I feel like they've won all 8 of Suarez's starts so far. And I would expect them to have a pretty successful day. The Phillies have gone over in 7 of their last 10. They've won 25 of 32. I guess there's every chance this game could be 6-1 or 5-1 or 6-0 or 4-0. Maybe the Mets can break through. They're supposed to obviously get us some runs here. But I'm going to take the over. I think the Phillies might get something going here today. Every day, right? Every day it's too easy at this point with the Phillies. I mean, these guys are great. 30-13. There seems to be no stopping them right now. It almost seems like you're still getting some decent prices on the Phillies. Now, I'm not talking about here today, right? But maybe it has started to blow up a little bit this week or two. Here's Phillies run line, first game, full 5. Oh, here comes the moves, baby. There's going to be some fun right now. As soon as we get done with this show. Can't wait to see what everybody's up to. Here's Phillies on the run line for Luis. That's it for you guys on this one, and I will take the over with Lucchesi and Suarez. No doubt Suarez has been hot and probably should, mow through these guys here in this one, but I'll still take the over as my play. Maybe maybe I just need something with the Phillies. Mets do not have a great matchup with Suarez, but who does at this point? Suarez has been pretty good. Rays and Red Sox. Taj Bradley goes for the Rays here, going up against Tanner Houck. Houck, $1.35, and the total here is 8 over 15 in this one. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here. You're still getting the Rays here as an underdog. Rays are starting to play a little bit better. Kind of the spot you want to kind of grab them in. Bradley was okay in his first start. He pitched 6 innings in his first start. They lost the game. It went under, but just gave up 1 run. So Bradley may be ready in form here already. 6 innings, that was pretty good. Tampa's lost 4 of their last 6. They're 7-10 on the road right now for Tanner Houck. He's got a 3.5 ERA. Here's steam right now on the under. We already talked about it in the Avalanche and the Stars. Looks like they're moving the total under right now, and DraftKings might be leading the way. Bovada's already moved to 6 over 22, and we'll see if DraftKings main line goes to 6 over right now. But that total's moving in the hockey game. We already gave it out. Okay, back to Tampa here real quick. Tampa, they've gone under in 5 of their last 6 on the road. Boston's gone under in 5 of their last 6. I'm going under here. Houck has struggled against the Rays, 7.47 ERA in 5 starts, but the Red Sox are now that solid under team. They've gone under in 17 of their last 22 games overall. Give me the under here. Let me see. It's 8 over 15 on this. Yeah, it's still 8. Still 8 a lot of places, in fact. South Point here might want to get on the app here. 8.5 under 25. That's still a pretty hot number right there. So give me the under with the Rays and the Red Sox. What do you guys have? Anything? Here's over for Ray. I'm sorry, Ray. I didn't even look before I started yapping about the under. Here's Darren says, give me Boston. Give me a Nerfy. Bradley, he did not give up a run in the first inning, of course. He didn't give up a run at all. Oh, no, he did give up 1 run in that start, but it wasn't in the first inning. Houck has allowed a run in the first inning in 1 of 8 starts. Tampa, they're 13 for 43 in first inning runs scored, and the Red Sox have scored first inning runs in 15 of 42. Pretty good number there. I'm taking the under, though, with the Rays and the Red Sox. Luis is on the Rays. Doubles is taking Boston. Steam coming in right now in a game we're going to talk about here momentarily. It's a game that we'll talk about a few games away, but Oakland and Houston right now. This total's moving under here on the morning Steam. 8.5s right now. We're going to start to see a little movement here to the under with Oakland and Houston. We're going to go under in this game when we get to the preview, and I think we're going to start to see some movement here on the total under. I don't see it really lighting up yet on the boards, but they did send out the alert with the line services, so we'll see on that one. I already like the under. Okay, next game up for us is the Cubs and the Braves in a big, great matchup here. How about yesterday? How about yesterday's game with these two teams? We had the Braves on the run line here on the morning Steam yesterday, so we were able to bring one home in that one. And, oops. Oh, darn. There we go. For the Cubs with Javier Assad going up here against Morton for the Braves in this one. For Assad, he comes in right now with 1.91 ERA in his last 8 starts. Real solid for my man Javier Assad from Tijuana. Assad has gone under in 5 of his last 6 starts. The Cubs, they have dropped 3 of 4 now after that game yesterday. Morton, he has been so solid of late as well. 1.73 ERA in his last 4 starts. Atlanta has gone under in 4 straight. The Braves, they've now gone under in 18 of their last 19 games. Following that game yesterday, as this streak continues to permeate and ferment, whatever it's doing, the Braves are about as automatic and under as they come right now, going under in 18 of their last 19. This total has only gone up, so maybe today's the day, or maybe they're building in a little bit of cushion here in this one with this under, because I'm showing 9s now all over the place. Okay, that's cool. Maybe that today's the day. Maybe with these 2 pitchers with who are bringing in such tremendous numbers. I know we got some nice offense here. Of course, we got the Braves. Certainly going to bring in a formidable lineup here in this one, but not a great matchup, I wouldn't think, against Assad, even for this second-ranked lineup here. Same holds true up against Morton. Nico Horner does have an injury designation here, I think. Let me make sure of that. Now there's a change what I'm doing. Let's get your comments. Here is doubles. Oops, no, I'm on a. Oops, went too far. Here's double. Yeah, he does say the Cubs can get this one here. Terrell says, give me the Braves minus 2.5 in this one. Luis says under. Darren says Cubs. Fiddlehead under. And how can I not go under with the way these two are going? It feels like, but I'll just take the Cubs as a great price. What's the run line here? This got to be a nice run line. I mean, something I can maybe get involved with the Cubs on a run line. I want to win. Minus $1.40. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the Cubs on the run line here as my play on the show. And move on to the Yankees and the Twins here now in this one with Stroman and Lopez, and the Yankees just continue to have dominance over the Minnesota Twins on the road. They win every time right now. I mean, they've got to be winning close to 67% of the games right now over the last I know for sure it's been over the last couple of years, but it feels like even longer than that. And maybe it drops off a little bit, but it's just been a house of horror. Well, no, it's been great for the Yankees. They've really excelled here when coming in and taking on the Twins. Now, Marcus Stroman is pitching, and you can look at it two ways, as you may often do. With Stroman, because you still can argue that Stroman's going to come in here and probably be all right in this game. I would think 5.4 ERA last three starts. You wonder if it's past time for Stroman. As soon as you say that, he's kind of like an NBA playoff game. That's when he comes through with a big effort. Now the Twins obviously looking great. They still won 17 of 21. Right now, they're only 11-9 at home, but they've gone over in 8 of their last 11 at home. Lopez is 3-0 with a 3.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. He has a 2.25 ERA in his career against the Yankees. I'm going to probably end up on the over, actually, in this game. Get your picks ready. Here we go. Yanks, they own the Twins. Robert says, I've got to go with the Yankees. And Luis says, Notre Dame over, North Dakota over. What am I? Okay. Yankees have been clobbering the Twins to going back to, look at this. I mean, look at this is going back 20 years right here. So Yankees and over. Yeah, I mean, for me too, I would think. Give me the Yanks here. I'll take the over. I'm taking the over as my play here on the show. And man, Robert, we're gonna have those golden. What are those beautiful gold potatoes? Here's Darren on the Twins. And I'm on the Yankees, but that's all right. I'm with everybody else kind of. Well, I'm on the official play over. Official play over on the show here. I don't want to give away anything I might be giving away. All right, or selling. Guardians and Rangers here with Carrasco on the mound against John Gray. And Gray comes in $1.50 favorite here in this one. Carrasco has a 7.41 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cleveland has won 3 straight right now. Gray has a 1.71 ERA in his last 3 starts. Texas is 3-1 in his last 4 starts. Rangers have gone under in 6 of his last 7 starts. Rangers have also gone under in 11 of their last 14 at home. Rangers continue to struggle, having lost 6 of their last 7 games here, and they're big favorite again today against a pitcher that's obviously struggling here a little bit. So still a pretty big price nonetheless. God, could they really be betting? Could the Padre line really be going up here again? Looks like the Padres and over are moving here a little bit. All right. Get your picks here on the Guardians and Texans here today. I'm going over with Carrasco. I know Gray's been hot. I'm going to end up with the over in this one. It's gone down here, I believe, to 8.5. Over still kind of juice. 9 under 15 at Bovada. I'm going to take the over here with uh, Cleveland and Texas. Here's doubles on Cleveland. Luis is on the Rangers. Thomas says, go ahead and lay it. I believe with the Rangers. Here's that Athletics and Astros game. I already said I'm giving out the under in this one. So actually, I'm still getting a pretty good price here at 8.5. So I guess I already gave it out. Boy, I kind of want to go premium with it here all of a sudden. I've really only loaded up my daytime premiums and was going to, see what I had after the show. See what the chat all stars did a little bit. See what the line moves over here doing. But I'll just take the under here. Since I said I went under, the line here though at 8/20, that's not really the line. I'd say it's 8.5 under pretty much everywhere. So it's moves like that kind of put me on the premiums sometimes. And I'll just have to go with this one as a good pick here on the show. It feels like with the Athletics and the Astros. We know what we're getting into with taking these, two teams under here of, uh, uh, not of late necessarily, because all of a sudden the Athletics have kind of been blowing up a little bit. They've gone over in 9 of their last 11 games. With Brooks in here, this figures to be a bullpen game, so we'll have to take that into consideration. The Athletics bullpen has been good this season, but they've been slowly regressing here a little bit. Houston has now won 5 of their last 6 games. Obviously, wasn't able to get that run line cover yesterday. The Astros are 9-12 at home. Oakland's 9-12 on the road. Oakland's lost 8 of their last 10. Give me the under here tonight with Oakland and Houston. Luis is on the Astros run line, and Robert Martin likes to party all the time. He's betting an Eddie Murphy party all the time CD, apparently. She likes to party all the time. Okay, Cardinals and Angels are next. We're getting through this card here. In this one, we've got Lance Lynn going up against Griffin Canning. In this one, did have a winner here yesterday on the morning's team. We gave out the Angels on the run line with Reed Detmers. So maybe we can zero in on this series and come up with a winner tonight. We got for Lynn here a 6.41 ERA in his last 4 starts. For Griffin Canning, 3.74 earned run average right now in his last 4 starts. Does have a 6.1 ERA against the Cardinals in 2 career starts. Lance Lynn is 5-3 with a 4.5 ERA in his career against Anaheim. Cardinals have gone over in 6 of their last 7 games, and going to be willing to come in here with the Angels in this one. I want them on the money line here, and look, you want betting percentages. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an overwhelming public side tonight with Lance Lynn, but I'm going to be on the Angels at even money. Let the public have the Cardinals as a road favorite. I don't want anything to do with it. Thomas, it's interesting you say that. One of my monitors went out, and I can't live without at least 6 or 7 televisions and 4 or 5 computers in front of me. And I ordered a new, just a one, it's not the big one, but a 40-inch, and it caught here, and the screen was already spiderwebbed, like they had dropped it or something, and I had to ship it right back or give it back to UPS, and hopefully a new one comes today because, I just got to have 7 TVs and not 6. I used to have more, but you know what? I've matured. I've grown up a little bit. Here's the Dodgers taking on the Giants. I don't think we've heard. I think it's going to be Ryan Yarborough possibly. Sorry if I don't have a better job. I did look and try to get the best situation I could for the Dodgers pitching right before I came on the air. Feels like it's just going to be an opener. Remember, I was the one, I've been on here for 3 days saying, I don't know what the Dodgers are going to do on Wednesday. It can't be Glass. No, it can't be Glass now. That's not enough rest. So I think what we're seeing here is Yarborough an opener. This total is going to be about 7.5 over 20. The line is just kind of starting to come out right now. And I feel like the line's a little bit low, quite frankly, the total, even with a Giants game here at home. Dodgers, like I said, this will be a bullpen. We know Yarborough. I mean, he's a classic opener, the former Rays opener all the time. And let's here take a look at some of the comments, maybe, if you do it. All right. No, maybe nothing here. Oh, here you go. Nope, nothing for you guys on this game. So, again, the line just starting to come out. I don't even think we've seen any kind of
final,
sharp movement, steam, or too much action like that. There's been betting involved, but I think mostly we're seeing the line here 135, 130-ish, 140-ish or so. Robert will take the Dodgers. I will take the over in this one. I've got another over tonight. How about that? Robert, I wish I could play Pro Line. That sounds fun. I know that the takeout is big, right? The takeout is really too big. Is that right for Pro Line? It's like not a fair necessary, but maybe the lines are stale, right? Because they issue. I think is there some live betting, but then there's also like a parlay card type thing where those lines are stale, and then even though the takeout's high, you kind of can bet into a pretty soft line. I don't know. Maybe they've modernized it a little bit here, but I've always been interested in that product. Obviously, it's a Canadian Pro Line product, so okay. I've got the over in that one, and that's gonna. Well, I got some WNBA for you guys, right? Really, two doubles. I go too fast. We do too fast. But what about the dogs, Robert? Or yeah, okay. Let's go. I got some WNBA action here, I think. Tonight, I did preview the games with Tony last night, so you can check those out right now on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel as we get ready for tonight's games. And so you can check out what I had over there. And I'll just go quickly here with the Sky in this one. Where's it at? Here we go. Sky and Wings. Okay, and I talked about last night with the Sky Cardoso. She's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a shoulder injury. So I know that one's been talked about quite a bit. But if you weren't known, she's one of the team's top draft choice. We know that, of course, Angel Reese is on this team as well. One thing I did talk about Chicago last night, they are adding 2 players who were previous top 5 draft choices in the WNBA who are returning to the league right now. So kind of interesting because Chicago is probably not looked on as a good team. And, I don't think these players aren't even expected necessarily to start, but they are, players with a little bit of pedigree that maybe are being overlooked in some of the previews and things like that. I mean, you're still going to have Mabry, Reese. I would think it's going to be tough on her. You saw what happened last night, with Clark and the headlines and everything. And just shout out Ramon Scott a little bit, right? I was the one who talked about Dejanay Carrington and potentially good defense. I'm not saying that I was, you know, specifically talking about that type of game. Again, if you want to look at it one way, you could argue that Clark, she actually had one of the most productive games in WNBA history for a rookie. Actually, however, the 10 turnovers, overshadowed it all and left them thinking that, yeah, she's going to need big improvement moving forward. So Sky have the rookies, Wings have the experience here in this matchup. This is the way this uh, game is kind of perceived coming in. So check out my preview here. Let me see if I can go with we're going to have premiums eventually. I think the first day or two were pretty much okay here to kind of just roll with the videos a little bit and see where we're going to stand, right? So felt like the games, it was the interesting thing about the totals yesterday is 3 of the 4 games, man, it fell right on the total. Between one was by like a half a point, one was by 1.5, and the other one was by 2. Here come the comments, and what are you guys talking about in the comments? All right. Terrell, I gave myself a loss because of I know we got the better of the line on the show. I think that's the way it was. I think by the time one of the games closed, we missed it by a half, and I'm always going to be, saying, make it tough. Make it tough. All right. Oh, 8.5. Yeah, let me fix that. And again, but when I type this in, I do the show with Tony last night. I think it was even lower by then, and I think that's what you'll see. I think I think there are some positives for the Sky. I think the Dogs did, relatively well last night in those games. Let me see if I had the comments on that on it. Actually, the Aces didn't come close. Minnesota covered as a dog, and we had that one on the video right on. Connecticut rolled, of course, and we did have Washington. Okay, yeah, good pick. Good picks. Okay, I'm going to be going under here. This one's already moved against me here, 2 points, and I'll take the under as my pick here on the show. We'll see right now if it is trending under. It was close. Like I said, take a look at how those games went. The one game that did go under went over pretty big, that Minnesota-Seattle. So take the under in that one. Yeah, pretty generous. So we've got to fix that. And because, again, who knows? Maybe we want Bobby's going to go under one more game. It's the Dream going against the Sparks, and I did a little preview with Tony in this one as well last night, so you can catch it on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Talk about the Sparks a little bit here and where they stand this year. Tony talked about how slight right now with these rookies coming in the front court for the Sparks, and how the rookies look like they're getting treated a little bit. I'm not buying into that Caitlin Clark stuff, by the way. I think players will play her hard, but as far as her not getting the respect, I find that very hard to believe. That's like someone walking around handing out $100 bills, and you said, you know what, I don't want those $100 bills. You're giving them away to everybody. They're not worth anything. Or I don't know, that might be a weird analogy, but I'm just, I don't think there is. I think there is respect. They're getting the charter flights. It's all because of the money coming in. And hey, how about we saw last night, I mentioned it with Tony, the 2 expansion teams coming into the WNBA. I don't know if you caught this, but the Golden State franchise has selected their nickname for their team. They'll begin play in a couple of years, I believe, I want to say 2026. And the team nickname for the Golden State is the Valkyries. The Golden State Valkyries, churning up images of a Nordic warrior, if you will, kind of, right? A Viking warrior, a little bit, right, Terrell? It's just people want to talk, right? You got to have talking points a little bit. And hey, how about the talking to that Caitlin received from Aaliyah Boston? Not, just good instruction to her walking in there at halftime. So the Golden State Valkyries, and Tony mentioned also Toronto there. And I said, hey, we need the Houston Comets back. All right, so the Sparks come in with their front court. They look sly to build with Jackson and Brink. Fortunately, they're Tina Charles is back for Atlanta. I think she's actually going to be in there starting. Now, I don't know. The thing about Charles before, we'll see how her defense is after a year away. Parker Tyus will match up probably against Brink, of course, and we'll see. But I think the Sparks may be able to maybe manage something here in this one. I mean, the Dream's obviously going to be good. The Sparks had a pretty rough year, certainly. So, but I do know what I'm doing in this one. Look, I get it. Totals 159, 160. Sparks could have problems defensively. I think they might actually score more than people are thinking. Give me the over here. In fact, it's already gone up here to 161. So I'm a little late to the party. Oops. Did I knock myself? Am I there? Yeah, I'm still on the air. But we're about to be off the air because the show is over. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I'm going over in the Sparks game as my player on the show. You want my sides? Go check the videos on the channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I think that is it. NFL, we've learned a few right before I came on the air. The rest of the international games, if you didn't hear, we have that other opening week game, San Francisco and the Jets at San Francisco. That'll be an opening game that first weekend, I believe they said. But also the international games will feature Jets versus Vikings in London, Jaguars versus Bears in London, Jaguars versus Patriots in London, and Giants versus Panthers in Munich. All right, that's going to do it for me here on the Morning Steam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. Pick up my package here. If you want, I have a soccer play for the early action here, and also my playoff games tonight in a 5-pack. We're going to make a bigger package later with a couple more baseball games here. Probably get a 7-pack or another 5-pack out of it. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off those premium pick packages. Thank you for everybody who picked that one up yesterday as well. But there you see it, 5-pack, and I'll have another one later. Go to Tony'sPicks.com. Click the link in the description. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game. It's sort of a freight train. It's been reported back rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the 18, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the 18, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the 18, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the 18, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the 18, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this. guest, Ramon SEO. To the double TV, funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we